Hey Booktube! So today I'm going to do a tag video. This is the Booktube Newie Tag. I have not been tagged because I am a Booktube newbie. 1. Why did you start this channel? I love to read. I don't have anything else to do because I've just finished my degree and I have 5 months until I start my masters. I love to edit videos. I've made fan videos since I was about 13, so I can edit videos. I am an Waterstones employee, ex-bookseller. I just left because I moved back home. I have been recommending books for several years now and I want to now do that to the internet. 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I think a lot of Booktube seems very focused on young adult fiction, and I do read young adult fiction quite a lot of the time, but I like to have a kind of varied reading kind of taste. Maybe I can inspire others to do the same. I mean, I don't mind people just reading YA. I just personally feel very restricted if I restrict myself like in that way to one genre of literature. 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I'm quite excited for how it will make me engage more with what I'm reading and probably read more often, and possibly how I can interact with other like-minded people and make more friends. 4. Why do you love reading? Reading is my life. I've done a literature degree, I've always loved English, I went to Waterstones, I volunteered in a library, and then I read in my spare time. But why I love reading? I love how there's so many different stories, and you can look at a library and whilst they might be similar, no one book is the same as another, and that's just mind-boggling. It's just amazing how we can have each of our own stories, which is billions upon billions of stories, and yet we can also make up other stories about other people and fake worlds and build our own worlds, and I really enjoy how I can experience a different life for certain characters without having to leave the comfy chair or bed that I'm sitting on whilst reading it. 5. What book or series got you into reading? Cliche, but when I was 6 years old I read Harry Potter, and it was the first book I ever read, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and I fell in love, and since then I have been addicted to literature. I was always the one bringing a book to places that is probably not appropriate to bring a book, probably due to Harry Potter, so thanks JK. 6. What questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? I'd probably ask them what Hogwarts house they're in because let's face it, it's the question I ask everybody. That is the most important question these days. 7. That was not a 7. 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me, probably just the idea that other people that I know in real life might stumble across my videos. Kind of cringy. Slight aversion to that. And like keeping up with it as well. I'm famous for starting things and not finishing them, so just kind of keeping on top of it as especially once my master's degree starts as well. Hopefully I'll be able to keep on with it because it's something that I'd wanted to do for a while. So yeah, those 2 things. 8. When did you start reading? Previously mentioned this. I was 6 years old and that was my first ever book that I properly read, and it was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Also read a lot of Roald Dahl when I was younger, especially Danny the Champion of the World was my fave. I really liked Season Fortune Events when I was younger as well. But yes, Harry Potter when I was 6. Number 9. Where do you read? Literally anywhere. I will read on a nice comfy sofa, on my bed, at my desk, in the bath, on public transport, in the library, in the garden if it's nice, while I'm walking places. I do that. I'm the person that walks and reads and then almost trip over and hurt someone, but it's worth it. Number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? Like I kind of said, I don't tend to just stick to YA. Medieval literature because of my degree, fiction, classic fiction, contemporary fiction, historical fiction, science fiction, fantasy fiction, non-fiction. Don't read a lot of graphic novels. That's one thing that I probably need to improve on. If it's good and meant for any ages, I will read that. And that is the tag, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hope it wasn't too boring. Please subscribe, message me, say hi, like this video, comment on this video. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!